Here we go.
I have recently gotten into an accident. Nothing major, but major enough to get me thinking. What will happen if I lose my dominant hand? I won't be able to do art. I won't be able to do much of anything. I do a lot with this hand. I draw, I point, I write, I do, other stuff. I have a perfectly good hand right here, just taking space, not doing anything. And I'm wondering, why can this hand do the same thing its brother can? And I'm not one to waste potential. So, this is what this video is about, me teaching myself how to draw with my non-dominant hand. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Alright, this is how we're gonna do this. At first, I'm gonna do it with my dominant hand. I'm a lefty, and I'm gonna just do it with my dominant hand, and then I'll put 30 minutes on the clock. I'm gonna do it with my non-dominant hand. Do it over and over. And yeah, that's pretty much all we're gonna do for this first 10 days. That's what we're gonna do. All right, or 7 days, I don't know, it seems how I feel. Okay, but I'm not gonna time myself for this one because this is my dominant hand. I'm gonna try to fill up the page and then just use this as an example and like just put it up somewhere, like on my wall or something. And then I'll use this sketchbook I have. Yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say. Now let's get on with it. I think this is the perfect time to tell you how I ended up doing this 30-day challenge. What I did is I only give myself 3 rest days every 10 days. And those rest days don't transfer to the next 10 days. Like if I don't use them, no. If you don't use them, then you lose them. You don't get them back. I'll give you more information when I think it's necessary. Alright, here it is with my dominant hand. This took me like, I don't know, like 6 minutes or less. I think like 4 minutes. I've been over it multiple times. I usually never do this. I know this is like a warm-up before you draw, but I never like warm up. I just go on to the drawing. So yeah, this is the dominant hand. I didn't do the back, I just did the front. But yeah, this is what I'm gonna be basing all of with my non-dominant hand, with this one. All right, now I'm gonna try it with this hand. Just holding the pencil feels weird. Once again, I'm gonna time myself 30 minutes of me just going over and over again until I get used to it. Yeah, let's get on with it. That's all I want to say. Holding the pencil for the first day wasn't as weird as I thought it was gonna be, but it was still weird. It was like holding in a sneeze or putting your shoe in the wrong foot. It was odd. It felt like it was wrong to do. And also I never knew what to do with my other hand, the left one. I always had it like holding the paper because when I was drawing with my right hand, it was kind of difficult. My hand always like dragged with the paper. I don't think I ever fixed that. Alright, here it is. This took me 30 minutes. I went over it. I went over it with pen. I did circles, lines. You see that it's pretty messy. This is my right, this is my left. You can tell the big difference right here. And yeah, that's day 1 done. See you in day 2. Day 2 is pretty much the same as day 1, just trying to get some line confidence. Not very much to say. There was something. My hands started hurting 5 minutes left in the clock. I'm sure it was just because my hand hasn't felt so much movement and the muscles were just like tight for not moving for years and doing this type of movement. It's the same thing happens when you just first start working out. Your whole body feels sore. My hand felt kind of weird. For day 3, it's pretty much the same as day 2 and 1, but I noticed that the way I hold the pencil in my right hand is different than I holded it in my left. In my right, I use my thumb and an index and put my middle finger on top of it and put a lot of pressure. And in my left, I put the pressure all on my middle finger by holding it with my thumb and index. Going forward, I kept that in mind because I wanted my right and my left to mirror each other. So I just kept that in mind. For day 4, I had an idea of what I was going to do. I was going to focus most of my attention on my hand control and my hand position. As you can tell, the circles look more defined and more more confidence into them, and my line also looked pretty good. So I thought this day was pretty adequate compared to day 3 and 1 and 2. Day 5, my line accuracy got much better and the circles look so much better, but it takes longer to do. I think this is one of the few pages that I do not fill up the whole way. For this challenge, I tried to fill the whole page and go over it with the purple pen I had right next to me, but this is one of the pages that I almost filled to the brim. I was gonna be happy if this one filled all the way, but I ended up not doing it. For day 6, it felt good. Grabbing the pencil felt a little easier. I still felt it a little awkward. It was fighting me a little, but I think I was to a point that I can move on. I think I needed to move on. I'm just not gonna show myself drawing circles and line all the damn time. That wouldn't make a good video, would it? Yes, for day 7, I rested. It was a rest day. For day 7, I didn't really do too much. I just let my hand rest. Didn't do anything too eventful. Day 8. After taking a whole day to rest, I came back refreshed, ready to tackle it with something more challenging. I try to draw an illustration, try to ink it too with pen. I hope you guys can tell who it is by now. I drew Wolverine in his iconic costume. I think it was his brown and yellow costume. I'll put the reference picture up. This one I didn't really time myself. Well, I did, but it wasn't going down. The timer was going how long it takes me to do it. Day 9, I moved on from circles and just lines to perspective, drawing triangles, rectangles, doing a little bit of perspective, and also doing spirals, doing like starting from the inside, then starting from the outside, trying to keep it pretty consistent. And I also started drawing a little bit of like trying to do the head and the upper body a little, and I think right at the end I tried to draw the hand. I still did little circles and lines, but I also did triangles. Yeah, the perspective one was kind of fun to do. I should have done more perspective. I don't know how many I did. For day 10, my hand still hurted halfway through, but it was more stable. I noticed that I didn't really have that much of a shaky lines, and also it was easier to do this one than day 9 because I already have an idea of what I needed to practice. You see, it's more uniform and it has sections to it like triangles, circles, and all of that. And I noticed that my circles are way more roundish, if I can say that, if that's even a word. But overall, it was a good day. For day 11, it felt good, but I noticed that I had trouble doing triangles. For some reason, it was difficult for me to really grasp the hand movement of doing a triangle. I know how to do it in theory, but put it into practice, they came out wonky, and that really bugged the hell out of me. So I gave up halfway, and I just started doing circles and spirals and all of that. But yeah, I have to work on triangles. I think I'll work on it later on. Day 12. What can I say about this day? But my god, this day I felt amazing. I don't know what I was sniffing, what I ingested in my body that day, but holy shit, look at these circles. They're on peak. Look at them. This day was just phenomenal. It felt great. Yeah, there's just not a lot to say about this day. Oh, and I also noticed that I avoided triangles this day. I don't know why. For day 13, I noticed that the way I hold the pencil, at this point, it actually mirrors the way I hold the pencil with my left hand. So the whole time I was keeping in mind how to hold the pencil correctly. And right here, you can really notice that I figured it out. And yeah, I just figured it out. That really made me happy to do it. And also, holding the pencil didn't feel as awkward anymore. It still felt a little, but I'll say like 20% awkward, and the rest pretty good. Day 14, my second rest day, same as day 7. Nothing really too eventful. I just going out to nature and enjoying the beauty of life. Day 15, I don't know what to tell you. I guess I was too tired from all that rest I was taking. I don't know. My fat ass was too lazy to get up and draw. That's something I wrote down in my notes. It says right here, too fucking lazy to get up my fat ass and draw something. I don't know what happened. After resting for 2 whole days, I tried to do something more challenging. I tried to draw a whole figure, the whole body, its legs and arms and all of that. I think this is supposed to be from Kamen Rider or like a Power Rangers. I'm not sure where it's from. He looks cool though. I like the reference. This came out pretty adequate. It was okay. It could have been better. Honestly, I'm not happy with the result, but it is what it is. You can say this one's a turning point right here because I tried to do faces and I started using Pinterest way more because I moved on from shapes and lines and all of that, and this is more like portraits. And yeah, so this is like a turning point right here. Here and beyond is mostly Pinterest references and me trying to imitate them. I'm sure you guys know this by now, but yes, this is the only one that I fuck up the recording at and recorded horizontally. This pissed me off when I found out. It just makes me want to do stuff to myself. I'm an idiot. Day 18, I felt like I did better than day 17. I did a lot. I did way more. I feel like my time and the speed I'm doing these it's getting much faster, and I'm happy about that. But I fucked up again, and you'll see why. You'll see how I messed up again. Look. Oh my god. I'm such a fucking dumbass. I did it backwards. Fucking idiot. Oh my god. Fuck it. My god. Day 19. What can I say about this? I don't know what type of horse steroids I took this day, but they were working overtime. This is like amazing. I don't know what happened. Me having the reference ready, I guess really helped. But this is an amazing page. I like this page. I think it's one of my favorite ones. I don't want to say I peaked here, but I think this is one of the best pages early on. Later down the line, I think I do a little bit better, but this is really good. Look, there's always gonna be withdrawals when you're taking horse steroids, and this is one of the side effects. I feel like I tried to capture day 19, the spirit of it again in this day, but it just didn't work out. I don't know what I was doing. Maybe this is one of those days, you have an off day, but this looks horrible. I don't like how it looks. I feel like I was rushing for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, I just don't like the composition of this page. Everything looks ugly, scratchy. One of the worst pages so far. We all can be day 19. As much as we want to, We just have to move on. And I think that's what I did this day. I moved on. I said that was a good day. Stop trying to imitate it. And I did my own thing. And I think this day stands on its own as one of the best ones. It's no day 19, but it comes a close second. And I like this day. It's pretty a solid good day. Especially that hand. I think that was the first time trying to do hands. And it looks pretty good. Day 22. It was okay. It was not bad. It wasn't great. It was more in the middle. At this point, I knew I had to move on, but like, where do you go from this point? Like, I had to move on to something harder, but I think I hit a snag in the road to find something harder to do. And also, I try to challenge myself by drawing animals. I usually don't draw animals, it's mostly portraits. And I think this animal came out pretty good, but yeah, I felt that I had to move on. I noticed that my line confidence in this day was pretty good, pretty solid. I don't know why it was relatively good. I don't know what changed between the other days. Something just clicked in my brain and everything was just going into place. And for some reason, I didn't draw this woman's face. I just gave up on it because I noticed I can't do small details. I didn't notice that until now, but I'll try to work on it going forward. Pretty good day overall. Once again, my line confidence is very strong. This was a very good day. I'm happy with everything that came out this day. But I'm still pondering and thinking to myself, it's time to move on to something harder, something more difficult. But what? I underlined this, capitalized it, underlined it 3 times. I don't know how to move on to something harder. I was stuck. I don't know. But this was a good day. Maybe I need to rest. Come back refresh. For day 25, it was my last rest day. And all I did that day was ponder what is the next step? What is the next level? How can I make this challenge more difficult? That's all I did that day. Just thinking about that all day long. I was out of breath because I was thinking so hard. Trust me. This day really wasn't that eventful. Not much to say about this day. It was just okay. Middle of the pack. The drawing, it came out good, but I don't know. You can say I was looking for my next step for my evolution. I also noticed that I drew sad Captain America. I don't know why he looks sad, and I also drew a lot of eyes for this one. A lot of eyes. Day 27. This was a bad day. After a rest, I usually do an illustration to show my progress and where I am right now. And for this day, I try to draw Superman. This was supposed to be his whole body once again. As you can see, I drew him more in the center. Overall, I don't like how this looks. You can tell that one of his arms is way bigger than the other one. It just looks bad compared to the other ones. This is like something I would have done like in the first 10 days, but not this late into the game, man. You can't make mistakes like that. That's like beginner shit. Day 28 is the complete opposite. I think I was trying to make up for the blunder I did for the past day. And here is also where I noticed that holding a pencil felt so much more natural. It doesn't hurt anymore, and my hand feels like it can do the movements, can do smaller details better now. And yeah, this was a good day. Just 2 more days left, and I think this was a good page. And also my favorite part of this page is the corner with the hamster with the cowboy hat. He looks so stoic. What is he thinking? Day 29, another very good day. For this one, I try to put more details and fewer drawings. So for these last couple of drawings, I only drew 3 in this page. It was 2 Hellboys and I think like knight armor, legs. I very much enjoy drawing these. I wish I drew more knight armor,
because it's just Knight Armor is fucking badass. What you want me to say? And right at the end, I tried to cram in a little drawing. It was supposed to be a gauntlet, like armor gauntlet still, but it didn't pan out. Ran out of time. Before I show you the last day, I just want to say thank you for making it this far. I am trying to reach 1,000 followers by the end of the year, and I hope you enjoy this video. And also, I think I am the first person to do something like this on YouTube, like drawing with your other hand and teaching yourself how to do it. My research was limited to see if I was the first one, but I think I am the first one. I just searched it up on YouTube, and the only thing that popped up was tutorials and how to draw hands. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm the first one. And if that doesn't earn me a follow and a like, then I don't know what the fuck will. What do you want from me? I'm just one person. Day 30, the last day. You know I had to do an illustration for the last day. This day I didn't really time myself. I just wanted to see how long it took me to do this illustration, how much time and how much detail I can put. I was planning to ink it, but I ended up not doing it. It's because I couldn't find my pens. I would have done it if I had my pens with me. I just didn't know where they were at the time. But yeah, I drew Doom, you know, all caps when you spell the name. I don't know why I specifically picked Doom. It was just a good reference on Pinterest and it just looked cool. I did it with the shadows. Overall, I think I like this one. I very much like it. It's one of my favorite ones. And I think it's a good end to this journey I took of me teaching myself how to draw with my other hand. What you guys think? You think I did pretty good? You think I improved and since day one? I'll say I did. Well, it's up to you guys. Thank you very much for watching. I just want to say once again, drop a follow. I am trying to hit 1,000 by the end of the year, and the year is almost here. That's all I want to say. It was very fun making this one. At the beginning of the year, I did promise that I was gonna give you guys a short every day and a long form video every 2 weeks. But as you can see, this video took me 30 days, which is more than 2 weeks. So I'm gonna have to change it a little. I'm gonna give y'all a short video every day and a long form video every 3 weeks. I already started on another video that I have planned, and that video is gonna involve my art rival. If you wanna know more about that, I do have a video about it. Go check it out. Okay, that's pretty much it for today. Goodbye.
Skateboarding Bigfoot Studios.